There you go. Hello. Sorry, everyone. Dreamlight Valley seems to crash nowadays. I think it's my I need more memory, so I think I know how to fix it. I just need to buy more memory. Sorry about that. I can't remember the last thing I said, but I'm sure it was profound and everyone cared. Thank you for sticking around. It should be easy enough to fix. I just need more RAM. There's days like this I wish I could, like, I wish I was monetizing my channel, because then I just stream for like 2 months and then I'll have enough to like buy $100 worth of RAM and that would fix the problem. Unfortunately, because I have to use my own money, it just takes me a while. How's things going? Well, things are going well. I mean, well, they're stressful, and I just had a bit of a downer day, but yeah, overall good. It's just one of those days, you know. Wasn't the best day, but it was a day. It's over, and now I'm just chilling and collecting seashells. And a game that hasn't been updated for like 3 months. Well, actually, no, it's been like, what, 6 weeks. I honestly think they're going to start panicking soon because there's so many different games coming out at the moment that people are moving to. Like, if you look at how many people are streaming Dreamlight Valley, like, there was like barely 100 viewers watching Dreamlight Valley at the moment. There you go. Unfortunately, my family and parents live out of state and aren't really close to help. I stay where I am because my 2 daughters are here. Oh, that's at least that's something. No, with all the health complications, my family's trying to pushing me to move closer and let them help. I just don't think I could ever move away with the kids. Yeah, well, yeah, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because sometimes you have to suck up their pride, unfortunately, because I don't think your kids would want to watch you suffer too, and I don't think that will do anyone any favors. What's Palia? I keep seeing it on Discord. It's a new game. It's like, think about it's like Dreamlight Valley, what we do here, but an MMO. And it's like an adult version of Dreamlight Valley without Disney. A lot of people play it, and because it's an MMO, we all play together. So me, Dark, Mogo, Calypso now. Hey, look, it's Calypso and Hell at the same time, which I don't believe that's actually a thing, but alright, they're gonna... Calypso / Hell are gonna pretend they're gonna be 2 different people this time, so here we go. But Calypso plays as well, and River plays as well, Nitty plays as well, so a lot of people play. Oh, look at these 2 trying to pretend they're not the same person. It'll get very tiring for them after a while. Ooh, there we go. Need to catch that stream. Well, I play Dreamlight Valley only 2 times a week now. So I do... How many streams do I do? 2, 3, 4... So I do 8 streams a week. 2 of them are Dreamlight Valley, and 6 of them are Paylilla. How do you spell the game? Pali. Whatever. That's my current dilemma now. It doesn't like either decision I make someone won't be happy. Well, to be honest, if the other people are unhappy that you make a decision, then it's probably the right decision, because they're not really doing it for... They're not upset for the right reasons. Because they should be wanting you to do the most healthiest thing and the best thing for you. right now. You're the sick one. Wouldn't that be the forefront of the decision? Dave does not stop going on about how we're the same person. You are the same person. You and Hal. Addictive. Yes, Daddy. It is very addictive. Hey, Yoko. And hey, Susie. Wow, look at this. We've got a lot of people here tonight. This is kind of odd to have so many people today. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? How's Susie and Yoko going? Oh, I can leave. It's too many. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're more than welcome to stay. Too many, like, in my opinion, is like 15, 20. That's when I start to get a bit nervous. Even 10, more than 10, I start to get a bit shaky. But, like, at this current level, we're perfect. We're good. We all can chill out, do our own gaming, and have me on the background while we all banter and talk to each other. So we're good. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's a bit of delay between Calypso and Hal's responses because they need to switch accounts all the time. So yeah, it takes them a little while to kind of switch. I'm okay, Dave. I'm currently about 80% recovered from the burnout and feel. Oh, nice. What kind of burnout were you experiencing? Like, is it video game burnout or like life burnout, streaming burnout? What kind of burnout are you hitting? Well, it's each because me and yeah, that is very true. Yeah, Calypso and Hal are the same person. So, but I mean, it's two different accounts. So, I mean, I respect you two enough to treat you both as individuals, even though you're the same person. I think that's fair. It was work that caused it, but a combo of work and emotional burnout. I get that. I get that. I feel burnt out at the moment at work. It's just very intense. I work for a government department, and it's election year, so everyone's under a lot of stress and tension right now, which, you know, could blow up in our face, and you know, people are pulling everyone in different directions. But let's just say it's times like these I wish I was a full-time streamer just so I wouldn't go to work. Like, I know, like, the whole gaming, it's nothing about the gaming or anything. I just don't want to go to my job anymore. I want to do something I enjoy. I can see myself hating streaming after a while. Like, doing it every single day. Needing to be, like, positive and upbeat all the goddamn time. Because, like, if I was going to do, like, streaming every day, you're going to, like, you'll get the days where I'm just a miserable piece of shit the entire day. Like, just a grump. Like, not even sarcastic funny, just, like, sarcastic for the sake of being sarcastic. You'll get that the whole day. And that's not someone that can be a streamer. Basically, I just shut down and spent 9 months not working. Shit. That sucks. That sucks, Susie. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm hoping you're bouncing back, though. Yeah, I can feel that. How did that kind of like Calypso? I like you're trying to have a conversation yourself. Hell, it's because when Calypso left, you arrived. And then when you took a break, Calypso arrived back. And then Calypso vanished again and you returned. And that just recently you took a break and guess who arrived back? So pretty much, like, you're both the same person. I mean, the evidence is there. Or another feeling, take care of yourself, take breaks time before you need it. I know. I mean, I took a couple of weeks off there. And to be honest, the only thing that's made my life tolerable at the moment of getting through the work and doing all this stuff, funny enough, is streaming. It's my vice. It's my outlet. And then when I stopped doing that, things went to shit. And then when I started doing it again, like a couple of weeks ago, I think it was last week. I think it was last week or the week before. Things started to come right again. So it looks like this one thing that's holding this whole thing together is a silly stream of me bantering on stream to a bunch of strangers who potentially could be just bots. And by the way, that's you. I'm referring to you. You all. You could be bots. So. Right, no, I'm not having this blue message me at the same time. You absolutely have to take care of yourself first. Agreed. I mean, everything else is secondary. Let's be honest. If you're not functioning, I mean, that's that. You won't know any better. I'm gonna. Hal Dave has not mentioned this before. He constantly tells me. Sure. Yeah, it was horrible. I pretty much became forgetful. All I did was sleep, cry, bed stuff, and stare into space. I get that. I've been there. I definitely have been there recently. It's a very dark space, and I mean, I've been, as I said on the stream, I've been to a very, very dark place twice in my life. To a point where I have tried to do a certain thing, and unfortunately it failed. Not unfortunately, I guess fortunately. I guess when you talk about failing, you always think unfortunate, but in this scenario, I was fortunate that it failed. And that's why I'm an advocate of make sure people just talk out stuff, because I suppressed a lot. I don't have a lot of friends as well. I don't have I mean, obviously, I got my girlfriend, and, you know, love her to bits. It's been 4 years, and yada yada yada. And so life has been a lot easier since I met her, and then I have someone to talk to about it. But I've been to a dark space more than once in my life, and it sucks. Oh, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Dressel. I call you Dressel. Thanks, Dressel. Thanks for the follow. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, depression sucks. And bullying me. Oh, Dark, stop playing the victim. But why? Eat, not what? Oh, okay, you didn't eat. You would have lost a lot of weight there. I think it's, you know, unless you saved money. I know, I'm just trying to make light of a very dark situation. Dude, I'm in the middle of the same thing. Unfortunately, I'm very down sleeping all the time. Depression, yeah. Kicks your ass when you don't want it to. Yeah. At least you're here. You're obviously finding things that do bring you joy. Keep doing that. Sleep as much as you want. Yeah, exactly. And if you two, Susie or your boy, you ever want to join a Discord, most people that are talking right now are in there. So feel free to join that and chat with someone if you need to. I'm sure there's always someone around to chat to in there. Most of the time they're playing Palia, but... How many followers now? How many followers do I have now? I think I've got 425. So once we get to 1,000, we make some Damn It Dave mugs. But on Kick, I've got 38. And I want to get 75 on Kick. Because then I'm going to go to affiliate there. So I'm going to go affiliate on Kick. But not affiliate on Twitch. 425, that's... I never thought I'd get to the 400s. That's cool. Thank you, everybody. That's just cool. That's just cool. Yeah, that's absolutely part of the problem right now. Single and living alone, no close family, pulling away from friends and stuff. I haven't been able to drive and meet up. That sucks. Yeah, I get that. I definitely pushed away a lot of people when I got to my dark spot. You don't intend to as well. It's just, it happens. You just shut down and just stop talking to people. You don't deliberately push people away. You just don't want to be talking to people. It will get better. Yeah. I'm back to smiling and then slowly becoming more social. And last Friday I booked a trip to Las Vegas. Friends, nice. You go in the June 2024 and have an awesome trip and look for nice. I've been to Las Vegas once when I was a kid. Because we lived in America for a while, We lived in Florida, and then we drove over to California for a trip in like an RV, and we stopped by Las Vegas on the way. And my dad, I think, went off to meet someone for work or something like that. But Mum was stuck looking after us, and then we kept on bugging her how we wanted to get her to gamble. So she kept on saying, "No, gambling loses you money. Gambling, blah blah blah." And eventually, we were walking near where our hotel was. We went out, and she went by nearest casino, and she said, "Look, I'm going to prove that gambling is wrong, and the gambling is a waste of money." So she went inside and put 25 cents or a quarter into a slot machine, and then won $1,000. And she just came out and just like didn't say anything, just got on with it. And then she tried to make light of it, saying, "Oh, you know, luck of the draw, all that fun stuff." And like, no word from Heckless. No, I haven't heard a word from Heckless since all that went down. I've turned to him and said, "Hey, look, everyone has bad days, all that stuff," but I'm still confused about it a little bit, because I mean, we banned her all the time, and it wasn't doing anything that we don't do, and it just seemed a bit like, how am I supposed to tell? Like, even if we fix things up and all that, how am I supposed to tell by the times that we banter and the times that it actually we shouldn't be bantering and I should take them seriously? I think the way we left things now is probably the way it should be, because going forward, I don't think I'm going to be able to tell where the line is anymore. Also sleeping a lot and at the wrong times, but I mean, totally different schedule. Yeah, it would. At least, you know, you can come here. I'm sleeping when they're working and up all night when nobody's awake and quiet and lonely. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, that's a new person. Hi, Evac. I think you're a new person. I'm going to check, because I'm very bad at this. I've actually got enough people. Oh no, you're a first time chatter. Hi, Evac. Oh, Eli. We've got Eli or Evac? We've got Eli. Everyone say hi to Eli. Oh nice. Never been to Vegas. Also going to LA and seeing all the sights. It's a 2-week trip. I can't remember the last time I took the trip that long. So yeah, making changes for myself there. Nice. Good job, Susie. I kind of wish I could just like go to Las Vegas as like a holiday. If I ever want to go to Las Vegas, I need like $5,000 just for the flights. And then on top of all that, like how much everything else costs. But I'm glad you're doing better, Susie. Very glad. And I hope that continues. And even if it slips a little bit, I hope you bounce back. Oh, thanks, Eli, for the follow. That's 2 follows today. Never get follows. That's cool. Thank you. I know it's hard, but try and sleep at night as much as you can. Go to bed early and wake up if you need to. Sleep during the day, yeah. I mean, one method that helped fix my schedule is when I go into a wrong schedule for like a couple of weeks, I just like stayed up until like just burnt my stayed up all night and all day, and then I managed to reset myself. I don't know if that works all the time, but it worked for me that time. But my girlfriend suffers through insomnia, so I completely get how difficult it can be to stay on your sleeping schedule, because she struggles with it quite a lot. Outside of her own fault, but it happens. Man, traveling expensive for sure, but finding good deals. Yeah, I don't think I could find a good deal, because I mean everything in New Zealand is expensive, but you're good. Nice game, bro. Okay. It is a nice game, isn't it? It is a very nice game. For flights, hotels, I'm paying about $2,000, so it's not too bad. Oh, that would be lovely. To pay $2,000 for just that trip. For a 2-week trip, damn. If only. If only. What zone haven't I done yet? Got a phone call, sorry for a mistake. No, it's alright, Dean. You do you, it's fine. You always have a casual stream like mine, is like you can just drop in and out whenever you want. I'm never going to judge you for it. Be a dick move if I did, right? Imagine if I became one of those streamers that like get really offended if people don't turn up to every stream. Or like don't donate on every stream. It's like, what's that infamous one where like we've got that streamer that's yelling at people that's only $5 that everyone should be like subscribing and stuff. But how can you be that entitled? If you have any job that you kind of have to beg people to give you money for, you're probably doing whatever job wrong. I mean, even charities and stuff, they don't beg people for money. They have a technique and everything to get money. But if you're begging people to donate, you're probably shitty at doing it the normal way. Stop rambling a lot, man. By the way, I was looking around and came across your stream. Ever can help? Oh God, Eli, we had hope for you, man. We had hope. We were like, oh yeah, a new person. Yeah, we get to have a conversation with them. Yeah, we get to find out new stuff. But no, you had to betray us. You had to go ahead and do this custom graphics thing, which, dude, it never bloody works. I'm sorry if I don't know. I haven't met one person who has actually taken up the offer of people doing custom graphics for people, which half the time it's just an AI built thing and they barely do anything about it. But come on, Eli, we had hope. We believed in you, betrayed us. How do you do not donate to me? Yes. Yes. Hey, if each one of you donated me $100 every stream, I would not actually need to go to work anymore and I'll be able to do this full time. But that's really on all of you guys. So it's all my suffering that I go through work. It's kind of all your guys' fault. I'm sorry. So you all should be ashamed of yourselves, really. You all should be ashamed that you cannot give me $100 every stream. You're getting quality content right now of me digging a hole that I've done like 1,000,000 times. I don't understand how that's not worth it. What the heck is your info? Oh, it's the here and there fish. It's the ugly fish. What's your Discord? No, I don't want. See, Eli, you're not even listening to me. You're betraying me even more. Just either stream or enjoy a stream and fuck off. Yes, exactly. It's an insult to the stream anyway. It is a bit. And the saddest thing is that the bots do this because once in a while it works. I think that's what hurts the most. There is somebody out there who gets suckered in by it, and they're short a couple of bucks because of it. And for every one that they're successful, they'll have 100 that they're not. But that one gets them through. The one justifies all the expenses they do to do all the shittery that they do. It's a bot too. Just didn't even realize. Yeah, yeah. It tells you unfollow in a couple of days. So they don't. I've noticed they don't unfollow straight away anymore. They wait a couple of days. So I can live with that. I appreciate you listening and giving me feedback and advice. That's alright, man. I mean, everyone goes for a bad point, and to be honest, you shouldn't really take my advice for heart because, well, I'm a stupid guy on the internet that lives in New Zealand, and no repercussions. I'm on an island. It's going to be really hard for you to get to me if it goes wrong. So, you know, you could be very vengeful against me. I've got all this water around me. It's going to be like pretty easy for me to be safe. So, I mean, hopefully the advice is still good though. But, you know, it's absolutely fine. And feel free to join the Discord, your boy, and if you want to talk to everyone else as well. I mean, you know, you say you're lonely in that, but we're in a stream that everyone's in different time zones. Like, Dina's in, like, Europe and... Or Central Europe? Well, what would you define it? Northern Central Europe? Yeah, Northern Central Europe, I guess. I don't know where you would define it, but you got people from the UK. So I mean, like, yeah, Calypso and Hell, because they're the same person. They're both from the UK. I'm struggling to remember where everyone's from, but you get what I mean. Everyone's got different time zones and stuff. And Dark is from America, and yeah, but there's always someone around there. We're taking time zone or area. I don't really know, like, how do you describe it? Like is it Northern West Europe? No, Northern East Europe. I don't know. Not Russia. Like, not as far as Russia, but you know. I don't know, I should just shut up. I can't wait to Dave. You've told me before. I swear you've told me before, and I'm struggling to remember because it's been a while. I'm trying to remember now. This is the problem where, like, there's enough people that are following now that I'm struggling to remember where everyone's from. I remember you telling me. I want to say Australia, but I'm not sure. Can't remember. And I do feel horrible for not remembering. But it's never a personal slight. Oh, you're Dutch. Of course you are. You're from Europe. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me. I'm bad with it. Last time I played was the Forgetting and Godmother quests. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Here and There fish came from... I think Minnie's quest? Yeah, it was a recent addition. You have to do a quest line to unlock those fish from actually appearing, so... The area would be Northern Europe, but time zone wise it was Central Europe. Yeah, there you go. See, I knew it was something like that, dude. Like this, yeah. I mean, yeah. Time zones and locations are confusing. What are we doing, Dave? It'd be definitely an autopilot move for this game. I'm not really concentrating at all. But there is most likely, this is my theory, that the newest update's going to come out this week. Now, I don't have any time off, so if they announce it early enough, I'm going to ask to see if I can get time off. I don't think I will be able to, but I'm going to ask for it. So we'll see if that works out. But the update could be coming out this week, so we might be seeing Beauty and the Beast. Show me what's new. They haven't really announced what's new. I can show you this. Hold up. Let's do something different. Give me a sec. How can I do this, Dave? How do you want to do this? Alright. I'm thinking. I can do this. Hold up. Alright. How about this? We'll go over here. And we'll get rid of that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, give me a sec. Give me a break of that cat bar. Alright. Trust me, this makes sense. This is gonna make sense to everybody, and everyone be like, wow, Dave, that was worth the way I'm totally excited by what you just did there, and I'll be like, yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, hurry up. Is that working? God damn it, this isn't working. Hold up. I should have prepared this earlier, but I didn't. Give me a sec. Mm, yeah, give me a sec. There you go. All right, there you go. Look at this. There we go. Do you see this, Hal? Have you seen this yet? What? No, that you don't want to see that. That's all my music. You seen this? All right. So let's go through this. All right. So what have we got? So we've got Beast and we've got Belle. Cool. So we know we're going to get those two characters there. Now, if you notice, there's a little parrot on the right-hand side. A parrot with a little hat. So we're going to get a new critter, which is apparently a parrot with a hat. I'm thinking that the castle in the background, that's just Beast's castle. So I'm guessing Belle and Beast live in the castle. So that's the assumption there. A lot of people said like it has a drawbridge and stuff, and I'm like, no, that's just a bridge from the Swamp of Sorrows. Or Swamp of Sorrows, whatever, the swamp it's called. Now, another thing to note is on the left-hand side, that is Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm thinking it's a statue or thing. So, yeah, it looks like Nightmare Before Christmas that we might be getting. Well, we will be getting some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. Now, what I find quite interesting here is the Mother Gothel one, because if you notice, it's got her tree in the background, and I've always had the suspicion that eventually they're going to move the tree, or like you're going to be able to move a house to the ground and actually get the tree removed. So I'm thinking that that might be included in the quest. Now, what I don't understand is Wally's edition. Now, there has been some other releases on their what do they call it? Twitter of a new skin for Stitch. I'm gonna see if I can find it. There we go. So if we switch over here, there you go. Hopefully you can see that. I need to keep my camera up. There you go. So it looks like what we're going to be getting is Stitch is going to have like some kind of Halloween costume. So that's cool. That's going to be on the Star Path. I don't know what the organ is from. I don't know what movie that's from. I recognize that. I think that's from Hercules. I can't put my finger on that, but I'm not sure what that's from. New skin on Castle. I don't think that's a new skin. I think that's actually Beast's home. Beast and Belle's home. I think it's Beast and Belle's home. So yeah, they've got that. Outside of that, there's nothing really. Yeah, looking at the bottom right hand image, that image is really confusing to me because that's not giving really anything. There's a lot of pirate treasure, which I don't really understand. So a lot of pirate treasure, maybe it's a Pirates in the Caribbean thing, but it seems like an odd. They're all like the top left hand one. That's obviously a Stitch skin, so we know that. And then we got a better shot at on the right and the bottom left. Those are unique items, but the one on the bottom right, that seems a bit odd because it's not really that impressive of a piece. So I don't know why they're throwing that in. Now, what they said is, so some of the comments is, but when it's Kelly Man says, we'll announce soon. Stay tuned. Just announce it. I mean, I think it's going to be this week. But I Kind of wish they would tell us ahead of time so I can actually plan stuff. But anyway, we'll switch over back here. So it's called Enchanted Adventure. We've got this little, you know, I think this is for a Nightmare Before Christmas as well. I don't know. But to be honest, there's not a lot. Not a lot on the splash page and not a lot to get hyped about. And this was the same with the one, what's the one that we just had? The Fairy Godmother one. There wasn't actually a lot to get hyped about. So it's a bit disappointing. I guess the only thing that's new and exciting and unexpected is probably the parrot with a hat. That's pretty much the only thing here that that was unexpected. And so yeah, that's what we got to look forward to. Now let's switch over to. All right, we'll switch back over here, and I'll put back on the music. There you go. So yeah, that's what we've got to look forward to. But I mean, the weird thing is that it is slightly different of a model than the character here, which is interesting. So the character model that we have in here, I like the character model in this memory more than the one they've actually put in the image. Because the one they put in the image looks a little bit kind of too cartoony and dorky. I like the one that's here, and I still want Eve. I think I still want Eve. Anyway, thank you, Dave. No worries. I like talking about the game. Never get to do it anymore. Alright, let's do some mining. Who should we use? We'll go Remy, eh? Oh, I have to do this. I'll do it on Wednesday. Oh, I wonder if I could dream snaps it. Hold up. See if I got enough. I should have enough stuff here to do a dream snaps. I'm definitely low effort dream snaps. I don't even try most of the time. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Alright, this is what I'm gonna submit. There you go. Low effort. They need to add it all back in so we can get it. Yeah. I mean, they should, but whatever earns them the most money. Oh, sorry. Did I submit that? Yeah, I did. Cool. Alright, we'll quickly do a voting, eh? Alright. So, which one? Which one fits the theme of Forget-Me-Not? I mean, both of them did at the castle one. They felt a bit cheap, though. Use them both at the castle. We'll go for that. Go that one. That one feels like they actually tried. Which one? Which one? We'll go with that one. Oh, that one's cool. I like that. That one's a pretty cool one. Yeah, this one fits it. I like the shadow raccoon he got in there. That's clever. Which one? Which one? I like that because this one they didn't really try because they just put in there like the costume, right? They just put the clothing on, but this one they actually placed the items and they let the thorns spawn. So we'll go for that one. pretty much I'm going to select the ones that seem like they put more effort in. This one doesn't look like any custom items in the background. The only thing they've done is this shadow squirrel and her sitting. But this one they've actually got the castle, so and put them. And I kind of like that costume. I think it's pretty good. So we'll go with that one. All right, next one. Which one's more effort? I would say. I mean, if you've still got the pumpkin house in the Forgotten Lands, means you haven't done the quest yet. That's just lazy. So we're gonna go with this one. All right. So, okay, this one's a bit of competition. So we've got 2 fire ravens. Don't know why the fire raven's a different color. Let's see. So, under this theory, the one on the left has done literally nothing except for hold a raven. And the one on the right is actually doing that. I don't know what's up with Mickey sitting on the throne, though. Does mean I'm lazy. Well, I haven't been on Dreamlight. I know, like, Calypso, I'm not saying you're not lazy. I'm just saying these people are either lazy or not lazy. You could be lazy, and from what you've just said, you probably are, but I'm not judging you for it. You are lazy, but I'm not judging you for it. But this one has to be the one on the right, just because looks like they put more effort in. I don't like, actually, no, veto. Minnie's in it. One on the left. Easily. If it's Minnie in that, automatically loses. And it's an automatic loss if Minnie's in it. So let's go on this one. I like the ravens there. It looks like they put more in effort here. Some reason they got the tree there. But you love Minnie. Shut up, Calypso. Alright, the one on the left wins it. Alright, so this is another one. Now, this one's a bit harder because both of them are quite lazy ones. But this one, at least, they've got the seats in the background. So we're going to go with that one. This one, clearly it's a left one. Clearly it's a left one on that one. Well, this is just lazy altogether. They didn't even try. Alright. Already done the ones. No one's allowed another vote. Now let's go. I get Remy. Minnie, but you need to. No, you don't need to do that. Dark is lazy as well. Like the good thing, like the reason why I like a lot of you guys is because you're lazy. You don't put the effort to find someone new to watch. So, no, Dark, you don't need to do it. It's fine. I do appreciate the kind words and appreciate. Oh yeah, I was pretty sure I read that earlier. But yeah, it's all right, your boy. It's all right. I'm sure everyone wants the best for you as well. Sometimes it's good to vent. I mean, sometimes if you go to streams and just that's the only thing you did, which did happen the other day. Like I was having a stream and then someone just came in and just emotionally bombed everything and ignored what everyone was saying. So the only thing I ask for you, your boy, is just to make sure you're engaged with other people as well. So. Hey, do we have an update for? Do we have a date for the update? No, Demi, but it most likely will be sometime this week. And so hello. I don't think I've seen you before, but also I will be streaming 12 hours straight if they do announce an update, and I'll try and arrange it. I could leave you right now and prove you wrong, but then I know you would rather me want to be here. Well, I mean, now we're in a catch-22, so you prove that you're not lazy, you have to go find another stream to watch. But then you have to leave me, and there's no way to tell me that you did that as well. So it's like what are you gonna do? But then if you stay, you're proving me right that you're lazy. So caught you. So okay, well, what should the mini command say? The mini command should say, don't you think it's weird that Minnie and Mickey Mouse have the exact same birthday, the exact same last name, and apparently they're in a relationship? Anyone else think that was weird? Why don't we point out the fact that they're basically the Lannisters, but for Disney? I reckon we should do that. You ever seen me? Oh yeah, I must have seen you before. Sorry, Demi. I'm bad at names. I must be so insulting when people are returning. Like, they come to my stream for once, have a good chat with me, and then leave, and come back in a month's time, and I act like I've never seen them before. I don't know how streams do it, man. Wait, what did I say? What I said was, don't you think it's weird that Mickey and Minnie Mouse have the exact same birthday, they've got the exact same last name, they're apparently in a relationship, and they're not married, or for some reason they can't get married? I honestly think they're like the Disney Lannisters. And I reckon Goofy and Donald know. Goofy and Donald know. Oh, that one there. God, I've got random things I'm not picking up. So I'm sorry, Demi. Sorry, Demi, for not recognizing you. I'm just bad at names and faces. Alright, that's all done. God, I hate the camera angles in this goddamn mine. It's very confusing and very messy. Oh. Sorry, I'm just loading something up. There. I hate laundry, you in the background. Wait, you hate... okay. I forget... this is what I've missed about Hell. She doesn't, like, complete sentences, so you have to fill in the blanks here. So what she's saying is, she hates laundry, she has me playing in the background. There, nailed it. Oh, I've run out of inventory. Alright, I'm gonna have to... dump this stuff. That made no sense when you read that. Of course it didn't make sense. You said, I hate laundry, you in background. That made no sense when I read that, because that's what you wrote. I just read what you wrote. How is that my fault? I have to interpret it. So I have to say, Hell hates laundry. She is playing me in the background. I don't know, in a very weirdly dramatic fashion. How is it my fault? I don't understand how that became my fault. It made no sense when you read it. Of course, that's how you typed it. How's the commands? Fun fact, Minnie is Dave's favorite character. Also a double whammy. Don't you find it weird that Mickey and Minnie is the same birthday, same last name, and aren't married? Pretty suspicious if you ask me. There you go, there you go. It's gonna be so confusing. It's such a confusing in-joke for the stream. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with that. It's the strangest in-joke we've got. That and the color purple. Like, my girlfriend's favorite color is purple. So I told her the other day of what you guys do about the color purple, and she's like, what? Purple, cool, fair, yeah. And I don't know why it just ended up that way. I don't even remember how that all started. I mean, I have purple fireworks. God damn it. I do like in-jokes. I think it's cool. But out of context, it's the weirdest thing in the world. Got that, got that. That stuff. Hey, we gotta have fun. Yeah. Man, there's nothing wrong with it. I just find it funny. It's gonna be one of those weird jokes that, like, in 2 years' time, when I'm still doing this, then we're gonna completely forget how it all started. I've already forgotten, like, how the purple thing started. How I know how the Minnie thing is. It's because I kept on ranting on Minnie because she's the worst. But eventually, you know, Dreamlight Valley is going to, I don't know, fade into the distance, and I'll be playing another game, but the Minnie thing will still go on. Problem is I can't make any silly merchandise on it as well. I kind of wanted to do like some silly hateful Minnie thing of like me just hating Minnie as some merch, but I can't do that because it's Disney. But part of me wants to make something like that. Yeah, but we know the big mouse hunt now. Yeah, exactly. But wait. You know how Mickey Mouse goes into free copyright, right? Doesn't Minnie Mouse do it at the same time because they debuted at the same time? Or was Steamboat Mickey this? I don't know. When does Minnie Mouse go into copyright free? I think Mickey did. Maybe when did Minnie Mouse come out? Because maybe that's a loophole. Like if it's like a year later they debuted Minnie Mouse, maybe I could do that and just have a bad Minnie Mouse one. Runs out next year. Oh, there you go. There you go. I could do something like that. I'm not an artist though, so I'm gonna have to get someone else, convince someone else to do it. Oh, that's Mickey Mouse. Oh. God damn it, Doc! You have one job. God, this bloody tunnel, man. What am I looking at? Still taking away. Alright. Let's get rid of some stuff and then come back. Not my fault. I asked Google for Minnie Mouse and she gave me Mickey Mouse. Yeah, it's because they're basically the same person. So what's the command? Hell, you don't need to know. It's fine. Hell, you don't need to know. God. Very funny, everybody. You're hilarious. You're all funny people. Luckily, you'll all leave me eventually anyway. So you're the only ones that know about it. And gold and gold. Ooh. I don't turn off light, but oh. There you go. They are being picky with Mickey's use of copyright spires. Ah, okay. Yeah, they're probably going to challenge a lot in court. What I think is going to happen, though, this is my theory, is that they're going to challenge every single time someone uses it until a point where it's just going to price out people in the courts, so people will just stop doing it. They're not going to be able to get every single one, but I think that's going to be a bit of an incentive for people not to do it. can't tell you to behave because then I'm in trouble. What? What do you mean? Shouldn't you be doing laundry? I thought you were doing laundry. I mean, I'm not complaining that you're talking, but I thought you were going to do laundry. You just finished. Ah, okay. Fair enough. It's just when you're like, I'm doing laundry, I have you in the background, and then you just don't talk, stop talking. Yes, boss. No, I'm just trying to be considerate in case I'm distracting you from it. Same way, like, you guys remind me to take my meds and stuff, kind of deal. It only feels fair. Or kind of, if someone says I'm going to go to bed now and keep on talking, and kind of push them in that direction so they don't burn themselves out. You can't use his name. You can't have him wearing his white gloves until 2035. Same with the color besides black and white, since it wasn't until 1925 when they added white gloves to Mickey, and 1935 when they added color to Mickey. Did you eat? I did eat. And I did take my meds. Well, I took my meds earlier. I don't take my meds before I go to bed, because otherwise it'll keep me up. But that's why I get really tired and groggy around about now. Is because my meds have come off. And I'm starting to feeling the effects, which is good, because this basically tires me out, so I sleep like a bloody log. I crash out pretty quickly. But hell, if it helps, this time tomorrow I'll be playing Palililla. I can't even say the game's name. Palia, that's it. Be playing Palia tomorrow. This time tomorrow, if you're around. But Dark even streams it now, which that was surprising when I found out that Dark streams it. And he gets a lot of people watching him too, a lot more than me. Steamboat Willie copyright spies the 1st of January next year. Oh, that'll be interesting. Yeah, you do stream out. Hopefully catch you after school run. Yeah, and look out for Dark as well, because Dark streams at different times that I do. And they typically harass me as well when I'm streaming. You basically, while I'm like doing my crops or something, they'll just jump in and start firing fireworks at me. And just general harassment. But I've set up a little kind of like community area for my joint now, so people can just cook some stuff in that. So I'm hoping people use it for that. They won't, but that's the idea. We need the gazebo. Yeah, the gazebo's going to go there. Basically, I need to find, like, what are all the interactable kind of things people can use and put them all in the area. That's the plan. Benches are big enough where we can sit down 2 per bench. Yeah, I'm going to have to add all that, but I'll just have to work it all out. And that's the idea, like every stream, that's what I kind of will work on, and then with people coming in and hanging out there, you can kind of figure out what to do for it all. Do you want me to work on a design? Design for what? Like the area? Well, because eventually I want to expand it to it being its own plot. But how about I show you what I've got like tomorrow? If you're on tomorrow, I can show you what I've got so far, and then you can work on that. Yeah, we'll go with that, and then you can kind of do it in game. You can tell me how to do it. It's only like a small section though, but it's going to expand and grow over time. It's just the starting point. Because I wonder, is there a maximum of people you can have on a plot at one time? Has anyone tested that? You'll make a thing too. Yeah, that would be cool. I wish there was a way that like you could, because obviously communities are going to get bigger and bigger. That you'll be able to just go visit people in your community, but they don't have to be your friend. Because at the moment, I think you only can visit plots that you're friendly or that you're friends with. But eventually, you're gonna have like too many. Like your friends list, you don't want your friends list to be like mega long. So. Because that would be cool to like eat like. If I know I could like visit the plots for my people in my community, I can defriend people, but still use the community list. Because I find that my friends in my community list are basically the same thing. Rem now, because I'm watching it now, but you into the Walking Dead spin-offs. I just finished the Negan and Maggie series, now onto Daryl's. Dead City, I think it was called. I was into Walking Dead for a while. I really had high hopes for Fear of the Walking Dead. Because there was a Kiwi actor on there as well. And the character was actually Kiwi as well, which is rare. But it feels like with the Fear of the Walking Dead, they just threw away the original concept after a while, which is stupid, which is the early days of the zombie apocalypse and stuff. And they just did all these weird time skips and all that stuff, and it just got too messy. I haven't watched Dead City yet with Daryl, with Negan and Maggie. I've got, like, hell, I'll show you this. Go away! I want this, so I'll show you this. Alright. I don't know if you can see this. Alright. This is the entire Walking Dead collection. I've got all of them. So, that's the final one. I don't know, I probably could spoil it, but I'm not going to spoil it for other people of how it actually ends in the comics. But I've got all of them. So that's the end one. Yeah. So yeah, you could say I'm into Walking Dead a little bit, and I've got all of them. Now let's put it back. Oh! Way too many. I have to put them all back now. It's taking me a while. I've also got the. I'm not gonna bring the whole collection around, but I've also got the entire collection of Invincible as well. And it's like, I don't know if you can see this, but that's my comic book bookcase. Yeah, so that's my comic book bookcase over there. I don't think people, not a lot of people have seen it. It probably have been in the background a few times. All right, let's move that. Oh, let's move this back. There you go. Move that back. There you go. You have all 11 DVD box set of the original Walking Dead. I've got them. I don't have the DVD box set. No. But I've got them. I've got them that I can watch them if I want to. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Walking Dead. I like it. What am I doing? Dead City wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, the only good parts of The Walking Dead was the stuff that was actually in the comics. And then the minute they started breaking away from that is when it started to get really crappy. There's a lot of characters that survive to the end of the show that don't in the comics, and vice versa. And so the problem is that anything they thought of like themselves is kind of crap. And Daryl's the only thing that's good, because Daryl is not in the original comics. He's an original character. So I think that's why they're going with Daryl, because it's the only thing that really they made up and it worked. So I think they dug their own grave by going against what the comic books would wanted to tell. They went against the story that the comic books told. And I've read it to the end. I know what happens in the comics, and I like the comics ending better. I think the TV show ending is stupid. But that's my opinion. But I've got all the TV series. So I've got The Walking Dead. I've got Fear the Walking Dead. I've got The Walking Dead World Beyond. I've got all the miniseries like the one in the submarine and stuff. And I've got Dead City. I haven't watched Dead City. I've got it though. And then I've got well, yeah, the new the Daryl TV series is starting to come out, but I haven't watched that yet. I don't know if it's any good. Yeah, you refuse to watch any more Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah. Yeah, I got disappointed. Oh, why am I not fishing with a companion? Who's oh, there's Goofy. I wanted the Fear the Walking Dead to be good, and I think the problem is they didn't stick to their guns long enough. They should have made it about the apocalypse right at the start, but instead they started off in season 1 like that, and then immediately they're like, all right, let's go to Mexico. Like, no, don't go to Mexico. Stay in the inner city. Stay in in America. And work out how this new world is going to operate. Of the chaos of it. That was right before it happened, Fear the Walking Dead. Well, Fear the Walking Dead was supposed to be when the apocalypse, or when all the zombies started happening. So when Rick woke up, it was like months and months after the apocalypse started. But Fear the Walking Dead was supposed to be about the early days. So they did the first season about the early days, but then they kind of just skipped time, and then it's like, oh yeah, all of a sudden they've caught up or even surpassed them. So it's like, kind of ruined the original concept of the whole thing. So I think that's the problem there, is that They didn't stick to their guns, and I think that they're gonna tank The Walking Dead. I think they've milked it enough, which is disappointing because I do like the idea. I just don't trust their storytelling anymore. I think the minute they got away from the original source material, everything went south. I can't wait for Michonne and Rick's series. I don't know. I think it was, they tried so hard to set up like additional spin-offs and stuff that just doesn't feel like natural storytelling now. So my hope for the series is quite low. Let's just say that. But I mean, if you like it, it's absolutely fine. It's just me personally. I think I'm a bit burnt on it all. I think that's coming from someone that's a fan of the comic books, though. Yeah. Because I read the comic books and I'm like, I can't wait for this moment. And then when it doesn't happen, like, they've already done filming, it's just telling the story. Yeah, and I know they've already done the filming and they've done the writing and everything, but I didn't like the last season of Walking Dead. I haven't liked the last few seasons of Walking Dead because of the writing. Dead City, I'm not hearing positive things about. I haven't heard anything about Daryl's series yet, but there's nothing to get me excited about. And World Beyond was terrible. World Beyond was a series that shouldn't have happened. And the thing with World Beyond is that they released it, I think the first episode, and then they greenlit the second season before they let the first season finish. And by the time the first season finished, everyone's like, this series sucks. But they had already committed to a second season. And that's why the second season kind of came and fizzled pretty quickly. True, what Daryl started, it's because I don't want to ruin it. Well, I know it's in France. That's the only thing I know about it. Which I find an interesting concept of it being in France. I watched 2 episodes of World Beyond and it just felt like a kid's show. Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be like the new generation kind of deal, and being a little bit more edgy and how kids and stuff. And it was just like, dude, there's nothing interesting about this. Like, and that was that's the problem they have now, is that is the reason why the original Walking Dead was so fascinating was the people. They were interesting characters. But then now they just rely on the zombies, and you know, nothing really new. I don't know. Sometimes a franchise just runs its course, and it just feels like The Walking Dead is just one of those things that probably hit the limit with it now, and they probably should just let it sit. But the problem with AMC is they don't really got a lot of franchises to milk. After Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead is pretty much the only franchise they got going for them right now. And so if they're not producing that, and especially in a streaming world where it's so hard to get eyes on TV shows, they probably will sink. So this is probably the only reason they're chucking so much into it. There's only so much you do. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's got its own qualities, and I still, me and my girlfriend recently did a rewatch of it, and the first few seasons are really good. Really enjoyed it. I think it was once you get to like 6 or 7, I think that's when it starts to get a bit shaky. I think it stays pretty solid until then. I think after the prison, it's after the prison, and that's what, season 4, 5. It starts to stumble a little bit. I think the Negan thing was very true to the comics, which I appreciate. It was true to the comics, but I think the Negan thing was a good combination of true to the comics and their own liberties with it. Because I'm not sure how much do you know about what's in the comics versus what was on the TV show. Oh, hey, Criticraft. Hope your night's going good. It is. It is. I'm in the last 15 minutes of the stream. It's going well. And how's work for you? Is treating you alright? Another read the corners phone. Do you want to know what happens in the comics, or do you want to hold off on that? I just don't want to spoil anything for you. That's good. I'm actually off the weekend. Nice. Oh, that's right. You get Sunday, Monday off, don't you? I remembered. Yep, Sunday Mondays off. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I remember the little things I remember that I've scheduled. So I remember you get Sunday Mondays off. I know Threezer always has Supervisor Day on Wednesdays. Don't spoil me, Daryl spinoff. Don't spoil me, Daryl. Well, remember, Daryl's not in the comics. So I can't spoil you anything about Daryl stuff because there's nothing to go on. But in the comics, there's a lot of stuff that happens. So Judith dies. Like, when Laurie gets shot, Judith dies at the same time. So Judith is not in the series at all from that point. So she dies at the prison, and everything else from that, she's not in the story. Michonne and Rick don't get together at all. Rick actually gets with blonde lady. What's her name? Hold up, I'm gonna have to look up the name. Sorry, I'm blanking on the name at the moment. I'm look. It's driving me a little bit crazy. So Andrea. So Rick gets with Andrea in the comics. I just got done watching the original Little Mermaid. Wanted to rewatch it before the Ursula Transformation Bundle quest comes out. Fair enough. Because I didn't remember anything about Little Mermaid last time when I last watched it as a kid. Yeah, I'll be like, Ursula's funny enough right in front of me there. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Would like her to walk around. I don't really like the characters in the water. I think that's a good gimmick. I would like for them to just randomly turn into Ursula and then turn back to human and vice versa like that. That would be cool. Or Amy's sister who got with Shane. Yes, that one. So she gets with Rick in the comics. What else? Carl lasts to the end. So he doesn't die. Carl doesn't die at all. And the finale about the story is after, and this is, I don't know whether to tell you this bit because that could still happen. But I can tell you Carl lasts to the end. Because obviously he's dead now, so that doesn't spoil anything. But I'm not going to tell you a few other things. What else? There's a lot of characters that aren't in it, like Sasha's not in the original. The plot lines are typically the same though. Like they go to the prison and the farm and all that stuff. That kind of works out. When Negan kills, God, I have to remember all the names. Sorry, the names are blanking on me. I'm sorry. So yeah, when Negan kills Glenn, that's in the comics, and that's pretty true. But he doesn't kill a redhead. What's the dude's name? He doesn't kill Abraham at that time. Abraham doesn't die that way. Abraham gets like shot in the head, I think, during the war. But no, he doesn't die at that time. Eugene's still around, yes. Eugene's still around. The Walking Dead for me dies after season 5, starts dragging and repetitive. Yeah, I do agree. I think after they get past the prison, it does definitely start dragging after that point. I mean, it's not all bad. Maggie's sister, I think, was a nice addition. So in the comics, she dies when all the farm gets taken over. But I do think Maggie's sister was a very good addition to the series. It's just, I think it was a really bad move for them to kill her off so early. I think that was that was a character that was working in the show, and they should have kept that one on around. I say after Negan, I still watch or have huge time. Yeah, I mean the Whispers and all that. That's still in the comics as well. And the whole Negan kind of, you know, with all the Whisperers and Negan stuff, that's actually fairly true in the comics too. In the comics, though, it is very ambiguous what happens to Negan. So they do a time jump into the future, and no one really knows what happened to Negan. He does go off and be isolated, and no one in the community wants to deal with him. That still happens. But no one really knows what happens to Negan. It creeped me out when they were opening doors. Yeah, I think they did the Whisperers pretty on point with how the comics did it, but they did elaborate who Alpha was a lot more in the TV show. They kind of they fleshed it out, especially in the Tales of the Walking Dead, where they did that little backstory for her even more. So they did flesh that character out a lot more. But yeah, Princess was pretty accurate near the end. I think Princess looked exactly like she does in the comics. Trying to think who else. Laurie and Shane were pretty on point, but Shane dies earlier in the comics than he does in the TV show. Shane dies like in the first 6 issues. But in the TV show, they drag that out a bit. I can see later today that we'll confirm about Ursula Transformation Bundle, or they might release the trailer for the September update and give us a release date. I want the release date already. Yeah, I think today's the day. If they don't do it, we're going to be waiting another week. Because I would suspect if they want people on board, the excitement, people being able to play it, they're going to have to give people time to actually get the ducks in a row. Hey, Skimmer. How you doing? Near the end of the stream. I've got about 8 minutes to go. Herschel loved them. Yeah, Herschel was good. Herschel was fairly accurate. He dies the same way. The head chop off thing, that's... I think that's accurate. I think Therese dies. I think Therese and Herschel both get their heads cut off by the governor. I think that's the change there. Bob doesn't exist. I like Bob. So you know how Bob's leg gets cut off and get eaten by the cannibals? That actually happens to Dale instead. That's the difference there. Yeah, Herschel was a good character and was definitely on point. Sad that the actor actually in real life died. That was sad. But you know, people die, I guess. And one of the last things that I think he did was one of the flashbacks they have for Rick. I remember reading that somewhere. God damn it. Cool. Yeah, great. He was a great actor. He was a very great actor. Maggie's pretty on point, though. I mean, in the comics, she doesn't vanish. Like, I know in TV series it's a little bit different, but Maggie's on point of how, bitter and cynical she becomes. So I do like Maggie. Ezekiel. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Ezekiel doesn't last at the end, does he? He dies in the comics. He's one of the heads that are on the pikes. You know how the Whisperers like kidnap those people and put them on pikes? Ezekiel was one of them. Lauren Cohen is beautiful. So beautiful. Well, I mean, they're actors. They're actors. Yeah, I don't think Henry was a character. Oh, and also, what's her name? Daryl's best friend. What's her name? Carol? Is it Carol? I'm pretty sure it's Carol, right? So Carol is another character who lives to the end, but she dies pretty early on in the comics. She actually goes crazy in the prison and just walks up to a zombie and lets her bite her, because she had, I think she had twins. Oh, she was looking after the twins, and the twins end up cutting, like, someone ends up cutting their heads off or something like that. But yeah, Carol's another one that she dies really early on, like at the prison, but she carried on, so no one really knew how it was going to end with her, and she's one of those rare ones that survived to the end even though she died in the comics. So obviously she never had a relationship with Ezekiel. That never happened. So, I mean, I liked it for that aspect of the fact of, like, this is an alternative reality for The Walking Dead. So you don't really... the same things kind of happened, but differently. You couldn't stand Shane. Well, that was the point of Shane. So that's the thing. It's like Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Everyone's like, he's such a dick, he's such a horrible character. No, that's the point of his character. He played the character exactly as you're supposed to feel. And if you didn't like Shane, or you couldn't stand Shane, that's exactly how you're supposed to feel. So actually, he's a well-written character. He's a good character. Because you felt exactly what the writers intended you to feel about it. I think that's what a lot of people forget sometimes. If you hate a character and it's a bad guy, or a bad person, or whatever, probably that means the character's written well. Morgan should have stayed in the series and not left for Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, but I think it's also a case of he does... I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he dies in the comics. So he doesn't have any, like, character development that they could have already done with him. So I think they just had to... they kind of ran out of stuff for him to do. He, like, became a pacifist, and then they're like, what do we do now? No, we just move him to this series that's not doing very well. The actor who plays Shane is actually a great actor who's very humble. Yeah, I've heard that too. And it is actually, he stays in close contact with a lot of, he has a podcast. You should look it up. It's actually a decent podcast. He had Charlotte Buff on it once. But he has some of the Walking Dead actors too, like Laurie, the actor that plays Laurie. So he's a good guy. I think he's a religious man as well. Memory serves me right. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, I think the part of his podcast has those kind of conversations. He's also in Punisher, I do agree. And I've heard that he's going to come back to the MCU. Not back to go to the MCU. I know he works with other actors who suffer from stress, anger. Yeah, he openly admits he's going through a lot of that. And you can kind of tell he's got that kind of thing about him that, yeah, he's been through some crap. But he's come off good at the other side. Some people don't. Some people still don't. Actors are weird, man. I mean, this recent stuff about Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis as well, like, no one really knows what really goes on. Like, I always thought those two were actually fairly decent people, and then the recent developments that's coming out about them and historically what they've been doing with Scientology and a lot of weird things about the girlfriend of Ashton Kutcher who got murdered. That one's a weird story. If you want a rabbit hole to fall into, look up the Ashton Kutcher, and when his girlfriend got murdered. Apparently, the rumor is because he actually went to court when they caught the serial killer who killed the girl. That he walked up to the house, looked through the windows, saw blood, but he thought it was red wine. Thought no one was there and walked away. But now it's come out he actually called Danny Marston at the time because he walked in and found the body, and someone was actually there when Danny was having the conversation with Ashton. So now he potentially lied in court over something that really stupidly there was no reason for him to lie about it. And so it's like a big thing of like, why did he lie about it? So it's a deep rabbit hole that's falling into. I don't know how much of it's true, but now I'm starting to think of like, there's a lot of things that are lining up here that makes me think that there could be a thread of truth to it. Which is scary as hell, because, you know... And a lot of people think that's the reason why those two do so much in sex trafficking kind of charity work, is because of all the bad shit he did when he was in his 20s. So he's trying to play the PR game of like, how can I be a bad guy? I've done all this good stuff. And that makes me even more suspicious, right? Tom Cruise is all about Scientology, yeah. I mean, everyone says Tom Cruise is a good guy, and like, I have no doubt he probably is a good guy. But when you're also kind of peddling something that's on the verge of being defined as a cult, and then there's a lot of suspicious things around the cult, including the guy who's running the show, his wife going missing, and when the police get involved, it gets dismissed, even though the Scientology have annual fundraisers for the same police that are dismissing it all. It just seems something doesn't feel right. And it makes you think a little bit. But anyway, we're going to start slowly wrapping up things. We've got base. I've got two of them there. We're going to start putting these stacks away. Cool. And we'll go over here. Yay. So we're slowly getting the base. Alright, we'll put it there. Oh. Like, I'm very proud that I've got that full. And I'm working on that. That's nearly there. Oh, it's looking amazing. It'll look amazing. Alright, everybody. And that's where we're going to leave today. Thanks you all for watching. I'll be back on this time tomorrow. Alright, good. See ya, hell. I'm going to close up shop anyway. So I'll be back on tomorrow to pay Leah. Join the Discord if you want. We're playing as a community on that game. I'll be back on this time tomorrow. And yeah, it looks like I'm sticking to my schedule. So check out my schedule. If you're curious, I do 8 streams a day. Not a day. Well, that would be a lot. 8 streams a week. And yeah, it's been great. So thanks, Critter. Thanks, Calypso. Thanks, Hell. Thanks, Nettie. Thanks, Skamom, even though you came a bit late. It's good to see you, as always. You're my favorite stalker. Thanks, Dark. Thanks, Demi, for earlier. Not sure if you're still around. Thanks, Dina. Thanks, your boy. And I hope you feel better, your boy. Hope you're up a little bit. And hope the conversation helped a little bit. Thanks, River, over in Kickland. Thanks, Susie, if you're still about. And thanks to anyone else that's out there. And thanks, Driscoll, for the follow today. So, yeah, that's about it. We can close up shop. Actually, we'll raid someone, because we never raid someone anymore. If I got more than, like, 8 people, I don't know. Let's just do this. We'll do this once a week. Give me a sec. And we'll give them some love because Dreamlight Valley is not really watched anymore, so it'll be a very short list. Alright, let's see what we've got here. It's a really short list. Well, stop it. Stop it. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Who should we do? Who should we do? God, I'm like the 5th watch person in Dreamlight Valley. That shouldn't be a thing. Actually, there's no one. There's no one I actually want to raid. We'll leave it there. Forget it. I'm tired. Until next time, everybody. No, it says 8. It says 8 viewers, Yasmin. And plus, we moved it to 15 because I really need to go to bed. But it says 8 viewers for me. Anyway, until next time, everyone.